indigenous people literally perceive the world differently. Here's why. In 1889, German psychologist Franz Karl Müller-Lyer developed the Müller-Lyer optical illusion. It consists of two lines that are the same length with arrows at their ends. One line's arrows facing out and the other's facing in. Although they are the exact same length, our perception can oftentimes make it look like they are different. When indigenous and traditional cultures were shown these shapes, they more frequently were able to detect that they were the same length, thus they weren't fooled by the illusion. The hypothesis is that Western, educated, industrialized, rich, and democratic societies, or weird societies, are often fooled by this illusion because we live in an overwhelming abundance of right angles. Our architecture, furniture, and city structures are built off of right angles. Psychologists theorize that when people from weird societies look at these shapes, their mind is projecting and filling in right angles like a wall or building, and thus turning it into a 3D shape that gives the impression of depth, making your brain perceive more or less length. In contrast, most traditional cultures have a diverse perception of shapes and angles. Many indigenous communities don't use right angles, favoring organic shapes like circles and rounded corners in their architecture and dwellings. It's widely believed that this more organic approach to design gives their inhabitants a different visual perception. This is merely one example of how our environment deeply impacts the way we perceive and interpret reality. Stay balanced.